Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Voiles. I'm a Maskcara Beauty artist, and today I am going to do my makeup with a 30-second hack. I typically don't use this brush. I don't know why. I think maybe because I wasn't using this brush correctly. So I am going to show you guys how to use this brush correctly. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. So I think the common thing with this brush, and what I kind of had made the mistake, was I used this end and I really kind of like painted my face on, and I wasn't blending very well. I was applying way too much product, and if you are new to mascara, less is more. You can always kind of build up the coverage where you need that coverage, but trust me when I say if you start out a little at a time, you're really going to get the most out of mascara by using a little amount. So when I use this brush, I unfortunately used way too much product. So I'm gonna go in, so when I do my color matches, and for myself, I use more than one highlight color. I just find that it works really, really well for my skin to use a couple different colors, because our skin isn't just one color. So I am going in, and for my skin, I have a lot of redness. So what I like to do, and you don't necessarily have to do this, especially if you do not have redness or you don't have other skin conditions, you may not need a whole lot of coverage. And I'm not using a ton. I dipped in to my main shade. I'm gonna make sure I blend it in really, really well. But that one, maybe two little dabs into my main shade, and I am able to cover most of my face here, or the biggest area of my face. And there are so many different applications. So what works for me, or what I like, may be completely different from what you like. And that's okay. We're all different. We all have different skin issues, needs, and likes. Yeah, like I said, I just take this main shade, and I'm actually using a new shade for me. I am using Sandy. I've gotten some more sun recently, so I decided to try a little bit darker of a shade. My main shade typically is amber. So I just make sure it's all in there. And then what I'm gonna do, just to make sure, like I said earlier, less is more. And even with me, sometimes I realize, like, oh my gosh, I just added way too much. So what I like to do between is just very gently go over with the perfector sponge and just make sure it's all blended in really, really well. And it's also going to pick up any extra product that I don't need. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go in, and I'm actually going to take this end into my lighter shade. And I'm just dabbing it in. I'm not swiping it, because I don't want it to pick up a ton of product. And so I'm gonna take this lighter shade, this accent shade, and I just really, really like applying this around my T-zone and underneath my eyes, because it just really, really makes my eyes pop. It brings so much life to the center of my face. My attention is drawn kind of upwards towards my eyes. We all have our favorite feature of our face. For me, it is my eyes. And then I'm just kind of taking that and just blending. So I'm not like, this is not a paintbrush. I'm not going to, you know, layer this on. I'm just using this. It's going to be really, really well to get up kind of really tight by your eyes and get that color in where you need. I'm also going to apply that color in between and just kind of fan that up and out. Down here on my chin, around my nose. And I'm gonna contour my nose, but I like to add just a little bit. And then usually what I'll do is come back with a third color, a little bit brighter than the one I'm actually using for my accent. And I'll come back and add that just to kind of really highlight my nose just a little bit more. So I take that perfector sponge, just very lightly. I don't wanna overblend. So you kind of have to play around and get the best. Something that I forgot to grab is my Detail Hack Brush. To find it in here. So I really think this is so easy. I also like using my fingers. That's kind of what I started out with, was using my fingers when I started. And I just like just kind of a light contour. So I'm accentuating my cheekbones. I'm giving my face a facelift by adding this contour shade in. So I'm not covering up my features. I'm just playing with them and making them stand out a little bit more. Like I have cheekbones, but by applying this contour the right way, it makes my cheekbones stand out just a little bit more. And also all of our colors, our contour and our highlights have coverage. So typical contouring is just going to be a color. It's not really going to have any color correction. It's not really going to color any or cover any blemishes. Our contours do offer coverage. So if you have a lot of breakouts or you have sunspots or whatever in that area, your contour shade is also going to double as some color correcting and some coverage for you. So I'm just kind of shaping my forehead, just adding some nice contour up there. Just very light application. And then just kind of take that and fan it out just to kind of blend it in with the rest of my face. I don't really want that to be super noticeable. I want people to see my face, not my contour. You can contour your jawline. You don't have to contour your jawline. That's what's wonderful about this, is you totally can make it your own. Not only are our palettes totally customizable to what colors you need. So if you are new to mascara and you don't have an artist, I would be blessed and honored if you would contact me, and I will color match you. I will tell you what colors are going to work best with your skin tone. I can recommend the eyeshadows that are going to complement your eye color. And the same with your lip and cheek colors. I can give you colors that are really going to make your cheekbones pop and just really work with your skin. I find that with lip and cheek colors though, I mean, it's really, you can wear any. Some people like more of a subtle look. Some people like that pop of bold. Some people like both, just kind of depending on their mood. So I love doing my contour on my nose with my fingers. It just works better for me. And then I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade right in between, just like that. And then the end of my detail hack, I love taking that. I have to be careful not to over blend my nose. I find that when if my makeup wears off, it's on my nose because I am constantly rubbing my nose. My nose is always itchy. And then I wear glasses, so I always kind of get those glass marks. Another fun thing to do with contour is you can totally make it look like you've had like lip injections. Just by adding a little bit right underneath my center of my bottom lip and just kind of fanning that out. It kind of makes that bottom lip kind of plump out a little bit more. So that was that. That's pretty quick. We have so many lip and cheeks, so many pretty colors, and like I said, depending on your mood, some days I might go a little bit more subtle, some days I might like a pop of color. Today, I think I'm gonna go in. This is the hardest part, is trying to decide between all my colors. This is our lip conditioner, what colors I'm gonna use. And my favorite thing is to mix. So this is Hollywood. I might have added a little too much, but it's okay. So I'm going to, I'm gonna blend that out. So Hollywood is just a very nice pink. I like adding it with my fingers too, because I can kind of control exactly where it goes. I have kind of bigger cheeks, and sometimes I get a little overboard with my blush color, and then I kind of have to try to tone it down. But with our creams, it's so easy. I can literally take that and just move it around. So I kind of went right up into that accent shade from earlier and just kind of blended that. And if need to, I can add just a little bit more or just an extra pop of brightness there. And I didn't add that right underneath my eye just because I have some loose skin. As we get older, that happens. That's okay. But by adding it down a little bit further, it still gives that same brightening effect, but it's not going to sit and settle into my lines. All right. So I am then going to, do not have that with me. I have everything else in that compact, and I moved all of my illuminators. I don't know why. So my illuminators, we have creams and we have powders. In this, I just have my creams, so I'm going to add Dulce. Just a really pretty caramely, just really pretty. You should get it if you don't have it. So I added that to the tops of my cheekbones. I even like adding that up by my eyes. I actually have it on my eyes today. I did my eyes earlier. Add it to Cupid's bow. And that's kind of another little hack about making your lips seem a little bit fuller than what they are, is you can add a little bit brighter or lighter of a color into the center. And then I like taking just a little bit of that illuminator up my nose. And there. And that's it. I actually have our Lip and Cheek Black Cherry on my lips with Bella Bronzer and the Dulce Illuminator for my eyes. I just needed something quick and easy. So yeah, so if you are interested in learning more about mascara, click below, let me know, and I will definitely help you out. Color matching is free. I have a Facebook group that has a bunch of information on there, and I would be glad if you joined. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.